Nope. Just kidding. Good morning, good evening, good night. Welcome into NFT Live. Maybe we'll show that later in the episode. Thank you guys for joining on this beautiful Tuesday. And I will say it's beautiful. We just had a fantastic morning show on the GM Web3 morning show. That was a great conversation with Jimena. I think Ronan got involved. Of course, a lot of the traditional guest hosts got involved as well. How are you doing, Gif? What's going on today, my man?
Speaking of traditional, we got the nifty cute cowboy hat on today.
It's true.
I see you. I see you there, partner.
Hey, I submitted my customer support request to OpenSea, so we will be following that closely. I need to get my ape unflagged. OpenSea, I'm listening. Stevie, please.
Stevie. Also, I feel like you're bringing some Fun Uncle vibes today with the shirt a little bit.
Thank
you know? Has he been rubbing off on you?
We're doing flowers early?
Has he rubbed off all over you? Is that no, like I'm great. I'm happy to be here as always with you, Q, on NFT Live, our vibe, our tribe. Shout out anybody out there hanging out with us in the chat. Prodigy, I see you there. Saying I'm kind of quiet. I don't know, Q. You might want to turn me up there a little bit. The people need to hear what I got to say.
I leave you as quiet as I possibly can for these shows.
This is important stuff. No, yeah, great GM Web3 show with none other than Jimena Buenavida. Absolutely amazing person, dope artist. She's got a Coinbase drop coming up called Multiplicity. So we got the alpha. We got to hear about that. It's on November 29th. Definitely recommend checking it out because she is, I think, one of the big – I think she's going to come out of this, in the next couple of years as one of the great stories, of somebody, an artist who really kind of found their voice, found their passion and built, told an amazing narrative and an amazing story and grew through the space. It's been awesome watching her grow and just, go from this to that. She just had an NFT art at the Latin Grammys. I mean, she's just doing things, left and right and opportunities keep going. She's now part of the Timepieces, Time Magazine's NFT initiative, Timepieces. And, she just got into this space and started with all of us, but she's been killing it. And it's just cool to see her grow.
When she was on the morning show this morning, she was very vulnerable. I mean, that was the first thing that came off to me was like she was very vulnerable about her shortcomings, but also kind of talking about things that she's really great at. So yeah, it was a good time to have her on the show. We needed that positivity in what is positively an absolute bear market that we find ourselves in. A lot of crazy shit is happening actually in like the crypto scene. Obviously, this is NFT Live. We're going to cover a bunch of the NFT space, and there have been a lot of updates here even since I just posted the episode is live. So maybe some of the things that we have on the title we're going to cover, but we won't cover fully because a lot of other announcements came through. Otherside Meta came through. YouTube Polygon is something we might hit. But yeah, man, it was good to hear that positivity in this negative sentiment vibe that we find ourselves in.
Yeah, I mean, you know who couldn't cut it. You know who's not cutting it. Mark Cuban. Sounds like Mark. Well, Marky Mark is throwing in the towel on crypto. Sounds like he had enough. Sounds like that FTX beat was just a little bit too bad for him to handle, and he's unfollowing all of his crypto pals. But also shout out Prodigy for, absolutely nailing it. I think henceforth, maybe we refer to you as Lil Nas Q.
Let's talk about that on a previous episode or a later episode.
This is
See, me not talking about that. Oh, by the way, the Rick and Morty episode, although Rick and Morty apparently is very controversial these days in the NFT space with the Art Gobblers drop, the Rick and Morty episode this past week for this season was fucking amazing. They had a really, really good segment about previously on an episode that they did and kind of did a meta based on previously on segments that you see at the beginning of the shows. But anyways, this is what Gift Debt is talking about. Mark Cuban just like a mass unfollow. This is like this is probably 10% of the people that he unfollowed. All people in the crypto space, all people in the NFT space. There's a lot of situations, like I said, happening in the broader crypto and DeFi ecosystem, but it seems to be trickling down to Mark Cuban himself, the once white knight of DeFi, the once strong investor into Iron Finance. I followed Mark Cuban in, I wouldn't say I followed him. We got there around the same time, but Iron Finance was an absolute debacle about a year and a half ago. Are you going to be okay? You gonna you might be muted there. There's something attacking Gifted there.
Yeah.
All right. But anyways, we have Mark Cuban leaving the NFT and crypto space. Thoughts on this? Really don't care. Again, he like came in really hot with his emergence into the DeFi space. Like he was like investing using DeFi protocols, all this stuff, and then lost a ton of money in a couple rugs, and then was like super anti Web3 ideal. So it sucks to see you go, Cubes. We had some good times, but you'll have to come back around during Web4.
I mean, look, from the jump, the guy was pretty extractive and clearly didn't care about the community, saw dollar signs, and like I don't feel bad. I'm not upset. Like the guy got out over his skis and went out, he was in it for the wrong reasons and he rugged himself. That's no, like that's how I see it, right? Like
Yeah.
he had NFT on Instagram and was rugging the whole community by shilling a bunch of bad projects and taking $100,000 payments to rug the community and fuck up. Like it's that kind of energy and like negative attention and exploitive, extractive behavior that is bad for the space, that creates the problems, that creates the bad experiences, that creates the toxicity. I think Mark Cuban, by and large, was a negative element, even though he
tried.
may have publicized and like talked about it a lot. That definitely brought in some people. But again, I don't think that he was onboarding people in the right way. I don't think that he was necessarily a net positive overall. And again, when you're here for the wrong reasons, then it's not a surprise to me that you take a bad beat and want to bail. So I don't know. I'm not particularly sad because pretty much ever since the @NFT situation on Instagram and they got booted off Instagram for their malpractice and shitty shills.
Yeah.
Like I haven't really been a fan. So
Dikens is in chat saying, does this have anything to do with BitBoy going after Kevin O'Leary? Look, I didn't even know BitBoy was having a feud with Kevin O'Leary. I knew he had a bunch of stuff going on with FTX, and he certainly does like to insert himself into what's happening in the space. More power to him on that front. I didn't know that he was beefing with Kevin O'Leary, so I'll try to find that.
Kevin O'Leary also, I think, took a bad beat on FTX. I think a lot of
people got wrecked. Yeah, I think it was BlockFi too that people are getting wrecked on. Obviously, this is going to continue. This is not going to stop people. The one thing I will say about Cube, he felt like, originally at least, he felt like he was coming in and trying to do it the right way. A lot of celebrities and a lot of investors and a lot of these people that make their way from the Web2 space don't do as much research or have the teams doing the research for them. That seemed like what Cuban was getting. I mean, he was very, very deep very quickly and was able to go on to CNBC and talk about some DeFi principles and Web3 principles. And it seemed like he had it. He just, it obviously happened and he didn't have full grasp of everything that we were doing here.
He knew enough to get himself into trouble. He knew enough. He knew more than the average, person, and like at least had some kind of understanding of the potential of the technology, which is why he was playing in the space in the first place, right? So I think like he has a better understanding of what the tech can do than maybe a Warren Buffett or some of these other more Luddite old hats, etc. But again, he came at it from a very financial, money driven perspective and less about, paradigm shifting, community, etc. And, again, I think I don't see it as a massive loss for the space, personally, that he's leaving.
Yeah, Prodigy's in chat saying Cuban will be back as soon as we leave. He was a shark for a reason. I think that's true.
Cuban will come back when money starts coming back into it. Like, absolutely. Like people like Kevin O'Leary and Mark Cuban are going to follow the money. Like, that's why they were in it in the first place. So right now there's not money in it, so it's easy to be like, fuck this shit.
That's really the crux of it, is like the money kind of drained up, and therefore his value to the ecosystem is not going to be as outsized as it was in the beginning when everyone was just trying to build. There was a lot of energy and all this stuff, but we will move on as Cubes has done. He has turned his back on the space, and we therefore are turning our backs on him. Thank you. I appreciate it. Prodigy's also saying, are you wearing the hat to match your ape? Yes. Welcome to the 21st century. Welcome to the present where that is the case. I do have that ape that I am trying to get unflagged who has a cowboy hat, and I'm trying to do that.
That is the mark of death you're wearing right there.
Yeah.
Farewell, Mark Cuban.
Yes, sir. Good day. I would say good day, but it really wasn't. All right. Speaking of hats, somehow gifted, apparently it's like a cultural phenomenon taking over Twitter these days, that if you want to be on NFT Live, or they might just be making fun of us, if you want to be on NFT Live, apparently you have to wear a backwards cap.
Yeah, bro.
To get onto the show.
Just got it right. Swerve he's getting it right. And Mena got it right. It's not that hard. That's like all you got to do to come on NFT Live is you got to come prepared. You got to come correct. Understand the culture here. This is crypto bro backward hat culture. NFT swag, backward hats. That's what we're doing here on a daily basis. And,
yeah, we appreciate the love from the community. Actually, there, I thought that was actually pretty dope. Seeing both of them do that. All right, we will move on into the episode. A bunch of things that we are going to touch on that really weren't even in the initial plans here. We kind of got some news from the other side that we can touch on here in a second. That trip was scheduled to go live in Q4. So as we kind of run up to the end of Q4 now, we essentially are going to have to wait and see what day they want to launch a new trip. So now we think that with the 10K TF purchase, that now WAGMI is going to be somehow involved in that next trip, and we got a couple hints to make sure that we got fully ready for this trip here at the end of Q4. So we'll touch on that. We've got a couple other small pieces of news. So we will get started here in just a moment. Gifted, do we have a update on Atom Bomb Squad? Did we have any response by the team to the shittiness that we were covering yesterday?
Oof. Coming out with some harsh words.
Not any harsher than we were yesterday.
So I posted my sort of not very happy, unimpressed POV about the art behind the Badam Bomb Squad drop yesterday. Quick recap. We were very excited. I was very excited, as many people were, about Badam Bomb Squad, the expansion of the Atom Bomb Squads. And I went to go mint, connected my wallet, and I looked at the preview of the art, and I couldn't do it. This is what I shared, this is the preview on the website of what the art looks like, and I couldn't mint. And I basically, when I shared it, was like, hey, what does everybody else think? I personally am not impressed and kind of bummed out on this. And the response that I got was that, yeah, apparently that was the general sentiment. Everybody kind of feels the same way, that it's not very good art. And I guess the bright side is that because people have a lot of respect for Bobby Hundreds, that people weren't being super toxic about it. I guess that's a bright side. You know what? A win's a win. A win's a win. We'll take it. When the community isn't being super toxic about a bad drop, you know what?
I'm waiting for the hundreds to come out. I'm waiting for Bobby Hundreds to say something about this, because it was clearly such a negative sentiment.
I haven't been in the Discord, so I'm not sure
That's
what
fair.
The official response has been. So if anybody has the official response, tag us or drop it in the chat. let us know what they're saying about it. But the general response that I got was like, yeah, kind of a miss on the art, and most people feel that way about it. But people aren't being super toxic.
Gotcha. Someone that's being really, really toxic for the last couple of weeks is Prodigy, asking me if I ever got a crypto Hasbulla. I haven't bought the crypto Hasbulla yet. I understand.
Get one for like 0.2 or something. Like,
and it's probably holding. It's probably holding.
Check the tape. Somebody go back and check the tape. Prodigy, what did he say? Hold him accountable to his words. Otherwise, he'll be saying shit like, yo, I'm going to give away my ape if the floor drops. He'll be saying crazy.
Yeah, and I got to keep it, and I was like overly right on the Art Gobbler's floor there. At 21 ETH.
It's back up to 5 ETH. 4.
It's a little bit higher than the crypto Hasbulla floor, but the Hasbulla floor is holding at 0.21. I think when we checked this last, we had a 0.25 on the crypto Hasbullas. That's just racist. It's just like I can't like.
Yeah. These are definitely offensive. There's a lot of projects out there, and this is definitely offensive.
Okay. Yeah, so I will get into crypto Hasbullas. I'm waiting for a better entry. Can I get some support on that? Like I say a lot of things on this show. Are you gonna just like hold my feet to the fire on a crypto Hasbulla? That's what you're doing right now, Prodigy. You're gonna really like put me on a stake and fry me up for saying I was gonna buy a crypto Hasbulla. Okay. All right. Anyways, guys, we are just getting started here. We're like we just ran into quick news. We didn't even like have any subscriber likes. So hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We're here Monday through Thursday, although this is Thanksgiving week. So I don't know if you want to have like a team meeting here live on air, Gift Ed, or we can wait till afterwards to figure out the schedule.
What do we think? Let us know in the chat. Should we do a show tomorrow? I don't know. I mean, I feel like maybe we deserve a break. Honestly, I'm feeling like everybody wants a break, so I'm kind of leaning towards just taking the rest of the week off. But y'all let us know in the chat if you think we should come back tomorrow and cover whatever's happening.
I got it. Yeah, live on Thursday at the family tables. We should just like enslave ourselves to do a show on Thursdays while everyone else is with their families. We should be forced to be on NFT Live.
I mean, you know what? Maybe for the culture, for the boys.
All right. Oh, go ahead.
Do it for the boys. That's it, man. You know, we'll be live on Thanksgiving. There it is. What we should do is just make sure that we follow the good standard that Elon Musk is setting, and that's that whatever the poll says, whatever the community says, that's what we do.
Yeah. That's fair. I mean, Dikenza's coming through with a great comment here. Show us how to talk to family about crypto. That's what we should talk about here later in today's show. Is like how.
Here it is. I got it for you. So for any of you last year at Thanksgiving who were telling your family members to buy in at ETH and Bitcoin
at the top,
all-time highs. All right, here's what you do. When you got to go home and you got to face the music and you were telling your fam to buy in last year at all-time highs, just tell them now, if you buy in now, you're actually going to average in at a good price.
No, that's true. You're laughing, but that's true.
If you want to actually get in at a good price, now's the time to average in. So if you buy in, you'll actually be averaged in at a probably good price at this point. So double down. That's what I'm saying.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. Prodigy's saying we should set up a Hot Ones theme show with NFTs representing each sauce we try. I like the crossover there with Hex Sauce. Maybe that could be part of the show. Arafim is saying Friendsgiving, so we'll be having a friend. We're having a Friendsgiving right now. I like it. All right, here we go. Next piece of quick news. We got a couple more of these. This is concerning. This is why I can't fully get on board with CZ, because there's always these like little things that CZ does where he like makes himself the hero of the community, and then he does shit like this and is like, apologies, like, I'm just fucking around. This guy's basically calling out Coinbase custody now for insolvency rumors. And, that's kind of the last thing that he needs to be, unless this stuff is true. this is the kind of the last thing that he needs to be saying out loud where we're at right now. That one of the most widely recognized individuals in the space basically saying that one of the biggest exchanges, his competitor is insolvent. So there, he said, just stating news reports, not making any claims, and Glassnode probably has more data. And then it's literally just probably, this whole thing is probably just people being like, please, sir, stop. Because the last thing we really need right now from CZ is like another domino falling. I have no idea. So attacking a competitor, here we go again. I'm sure there's some, see, like here's his retort that he's got his head in the sand. Yeah, here come the memes. So CZ, please stop. We don't need this. We don't. Thank you for doing that for FTX, I guess, but we know Coinbase is legit, right? Right.
So you're telling me that FTX was just a big fuckfest? Caroline?
Squashman says, listening to your Badam Bomb Squad review from yesterday and about to take back my likes and unsubscribe.
JK.
Jeez, GIF.
Don't worry, he says JK.
GIF.
No, but shout
Don't
out.
be so controversial.
Look, I'm just always gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it a buck with the homies here. I'm not gonna fucking gaslight y'all into bad art. Like, you know what? Sorry. But you know what? Shout out Squashman for actually putting me on to the band Turnstile. We actually jammed Turnstile on GM Web3 yesterday. New Heart Design, I think, was the song. I really like that song. Turnstile, cool new band. Squashman knows some good music. So you know what? Sorry if you like the Badam Bomb Squad art, bro. I can't say it's good. I can't. As much as I like you. As much as I like you, Squashman, I cannot gaslight people into thinking that that's quality art.
We hit on this yesterday, but that I think is my least favorite part of the space is the toxic positivity people that are just like through literally anything will be like, dude, that looks
attached. It has to be good art.
That looks free, bro. So rare. This thing has like a bandana that looks like it was put on by a third grader using fucking an iPad, and so rare, bro. Hey,
Lil Nas Q over here.
Might as well be free.
This guy, he's just shitting on your bags, Squash Man. It's not me.
Look, if it's bad, it's bad. I agree with you. I don't know. I'm following up on what you said, and now you're throwing me under the bus. Much like you threw me under the bus this morning about my last name. I told you that in confidence, and this man just wants to shit on me. I get it.
Quesadilla.
I get it. Dude, the fams side eyeing me now, let alone Thursday. LMAO. Nice hack, Q. Hey. Appreciate you. Yeah, Prodigy saying when he bought a Bullseum. That's an interesting story that has a lot of context that I don't want to get into. Squashman saying, Zach, come on. And Prodigy said, I thought that shit looked clean. I'm hoping you're talking about the Bullseum and not the Badam Bomb Squad. Should we have Bobby Hundreds on? Do you think he'll come on the network after this?
Badam Bomb Squad. This is Badam Bomb Squad.
It's part of them.
It is part of the collection, but it's a separate.
All right. Last quick news feature. Let us know if you have any quick news you want us to hit in this segment as well. We want to fly through these. And Squashman saying, I'm about to go burn a quesadilla right now. All right. We're here.
I like it a little bit.
We're here. MetaMask introducing a new NFT pricing feature. Tell me what's going on here, and I will give you my hot take, Gift Ed. Or cold take. What's happening?
So MetaMask is adding new features, and this is a pricing feature that basically uses data from NFTbank.ai to give you a pricing estimate in real time for your NFTs in the MetaMask tool in the app, right? So it's adding more utility, more functionality to the MetaMask app, and I think that's cool. I feel like there's always potential downside here. First of all, it's not going to be 100% accurate all the time. Everett says right now, like roughly 90% of the time they think it's accurate. And then also not everything has data points available through this tool. So, like take it with a grain of salt. I don't think we should rely on any one tool as like the end all be all for like what things are worth. But I do think that this can help. It can help the space. Can help people get a better understanding of what things are trading for, how they should be thinking about different collections, maybe how they could or should be listing. I don't know. We'll see how it works. We'll see how it actually works. Right?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a good tool to have for people who don't know about icy tools and don't want to like buy those tokens to get access to that feature. But this looks like an icy tool feature, right? Like you're tracking a wallet and you're able to kind of estimate exactly what those NFTs are worth, even though maybe rarity and things. What's that?
DApp Radar does.
DApp Radar does it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just integrating more tools into their app, and that's good. Like I think providing more tools within a single app is a better experience overall. So you don't have to keep going to a million different places, connecting your wallet to a million different places. That does open up more security risks.
That's fair.
So better and more integration is the future, and I think that's positive. I can't say yet how reliable the tool is or the data is or how it'll work because it's new. But
I say this about everything that MetaMask does, but I'm like, why didn't they have that feature already? I feel like every time MetaMask comes out with something and is trying, I'm always like, you guys should have had that 2 years ago. You should have had the NFT price feature 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Why aren't you tracking my calorie intake also, MetaMask? Wow.
Jeez, come on. Marty McFly saying, damn, you guys call me a fudder. Project saying, seems like it would be a good tool for new people to learn the basics and what to look for. So earlier question, Marty McFly saying, guess what my first comment is going to be? And then we didn't guess, so I guess he didn't drop it. I'm guessing it has something to do with FTX being controlled by a world cabal unit of Hillary Clinton, Jeffrey Epstein, who is still alive, Adolf Hitler's grandson, and
Hunter Biden and JFK.
Hunter Biden, yeah, that group of individuals.
So you want to know the real conspiracy theory? This is why Mark Cuban's leaving, is because he was butthurt. He wasn't included in the cabal, and that's why he's exiting. He's like, screw you guys, I'm going home. He got mad.
It's not far off from what I think could be the truth.
Yeah. If
we're being completely honest. All right, we are getting into our next topic. Elvis is involved. That would be an absolute hot take. Not that the others weren't a reach there, but we will get into a little bit of Polygon and a little bit of YouTube. This is what we've been waiting for the longest time. I'm going to try to pull it up live here on screen, but with Instagram, Reddit, and all of these large entities, hopefully Kane Mayfield didn't just join us, because we did talk a lot about the Web3 native creators in the space before we hop to these behemoths who are completely extracting value out of our ecosystem. But now that we are here, YouTube hired the head, or Polygon hired the head of YouTube gaming about 6 to 8 months ago. I remember specifically seeing that headline that was going to be big for Polygon gaming and things like this, but it was also going to tie them potentially to some type of partnership with YouTube in the near future. And that's what we've got. So I'm going to pull it up on the screen, GIF, and have you kind of break down your thoughts on Polygon and YouTube gaming. Right now, there isn't, or not YouTube gaming, but just YouTube in general. Right now, all of it is kind of hearsay. There's no actual like press release or anything like that, but I'll show it on the screen here in a sec. What do you think, GIF?
So we should definitely talk about it and speculate. That's
oh yeah.
I mean, look, you and I, obviously for Web3 Network, for what we do here on YouTube, we've talked a lot about the potential for YouTube to be integrating Web3 and where it might go. We're very excited. Polygon makes the most sense, I think. Definitely not Solana. Definitely not Solana.
Oh yeah, checkbox. Take your shot. Take your shot if you heard Solana.
I mean, honestly, if YouTube was the partner with Solana, I'd probably throw in the towel and just be like, you know what, I'm done.
Rags to riches.
I'd probably pull a Cuban and unfollow every single person in the NFT space on Twitter if YouTube partnered with Solana. So, you know what? This is, again, I think this is largely hearsay and speculation, but a lot of times in the space, as we've seen, where there's smoke, there can be fire. And it just makes a lot of sense for YouTube to integrate with Polygon. That's where all the big brands and the integrations are going for scalability. A lot of gaming's going there. YouTube and gaming definitely go hand in hand. So there will be a lot of opportunity there as well. So, what is YouTube being integrated with Web3 tech and with NFTs look like? Is it going to be like, loyalty and subscriber tokens? Is it going to be, different ways to pay creators? Is it going to be rewards? Is it going to be like clubs and communities that have, different, basically building more of that sort of club community exclusivity, exclusive content vibe? Is this a way to basically compete with Patreon and OnlyFans to token gate certain content? All of these could be options. We don't know yet. Mm-hmm. Exciting to think about, because any and all of the above could happen.
I'm interested in the ownership aspect of content on the platform, right? Because all the content that YouTube basically has on the platform, I believe, is owned by YouTube. Now, this is going to get in deep waters pretty quickly, but it would be cool to, like what you see on Foundation, for example, now, where people kind of create videos, or what we see in NFT music, where the actual music itself is owned by the owner of the NFT. I wonder how far YouTube goes down that rabbit hole of having their videos potentially be recreated into clips that are NFTs. There's a lot of low hanging fruit that we could talk about too, but that is something that's super interesting to me on a one of the largest Web2 platforms in the world that has already, had issues with their creators and like owning the content on the platform. What happens when you can clip up an NFT on the platform and it be that video or something like that?
That's an interesting take. And also, again, looking at the Reddit model, you could also just be starting with like avatars and PFPs and different types of identity.
That would be sick.
Elements as well, right?
That doesn't exist today. It's an extension of your Google account, right? That's what your PFP is.
Well, and who was it? Dickenses, pointing out, Google owns YouTube. Google has been building the rails for crypto. Apparently, they are running some Solana nodes. So I don't know about all that. That sounds like bad business. But
what?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you would reach there.
But the point is, you could see potentially Google even getting more. I mean, look, where's all this going? We know that NFTs are going to be a big part of our digital identities moving forward, right? Whether that's like soulbound tokens with personal data attached, medical records, different types of identity in terms of, your PFPs, your avatars, games and assets, different, assets that you own in the digital world or in the metaverse. Like, it only makes sense that Google at some point is going to be dealing in NFTs as an identity token, as an access token.
Yeah. Identity and access definitely makes sense for their like first kind of release here. Paxmark is saying YouTube is also a validator for Theta Network. It makes sense for these larger, also a validator. It makes sense for like a company like Google and these larger entities to be validators on like different nodes. It just gets them exposure. They're essentially partners. Quantum Variant says tech, NFTs, crypto are all attached. Expect them to get all on board. So I'm following this in real time, right, Gift? So does this look like they're talking about YouTube? I don't think there's like anything descriptive here. So it just says something is coming tomorrow. The people are tying in, I guess, the response by YouTube.
Was this posted today or yesterday?
Yesterday. And then going up here, we have an announcement about Magic Eden. So there's a little bit of maybe this is not what people thought it was.
That's also a headline that we didn't hit on, is that Magic Eden as, integrated Polygon. It's like, okay, cool. I don't really use Magic Eden much, but again, it's more bullish news for Polygon. You know, more integrations, more marketplace adoption for Polygon. So you know, there's that, and it is worth mentioning. We haven't really talked about that. Also, though, Dikenza is pointing out that another really obvious application of Web3 tech and NFTs for YouTube is to be integrating POAPs as collectibles for showing up to events and premieres and different shows, things like that, right? Collecting to show, you know, that you're a loyal fan and that you were there for XYZ events for a certain channel or subscription. That makes a lot of sense because right now there's a bunch of third parties trying to create that as a service. At some point, they're going to just acquire one of those or create their own POAPs, I would assume.
I think that is the lowest hanging fruit for them is the POAP, something that's integrated much like you would see on a Twitch stream potentially, right? Like where they're dropping potential bits or dropping potential NFTs while you're on stream to create an interactive experience.
And that's a great fucking integration for gaming, right? Because airdrops on Twitch is a really big deal, drives a ton of engagement and viewership on Twitch streams when there's a special airdrop of an in-game asset. So like, dude, if YouTube can integrate NFT airdrops into streams, things like that, like sheesh.
Well, and it would benefit. It would honestly benefit our network a bunch because we're live, right? Like we're not pre-recorded content a lot of the time. So that POAP or that thing that you're doing interacting live benefits live content. It just does. You know, it's going to do that more so than pushing a video and then, you know, maybe they have some type of integration where if you stay till the end or stay till the middle, you can do something, but it definitely favors live content. So POAPs being one of them. Prodigy is asking, what is a POAP? I would say it's like a gold star. It's like a certificate that you were there, essentially. It's actually proof of attendance protocol, I believe, but that has now been synonymous with like any NFT that you get for attending an event or attending somewhere. Right.
Is it the last P for protocol, proof of attendance protocol? I don't know.
Proof of
good question. Is it proof of attendance protocol?
I believe so. Given the backlog on POAPs and the time it takes nowadays for people to get POAPs for their events, sometimes not even in time, you think they'll do POAPs on Polygon? We will see POAPs on other chains. Listen, I see the importance of POAPs. I haven't dove down deep into POAPs because I don't personally like to collect them. I know a lot of people are like just POAP fiends. They just collect every type of POAP they can get their hands on.
And Squashman asking, given the backlog on POAPs and basically how long it takes to get them, it's actually like somebody was basically saying in a room recently that it's easier to like fill out a manifold contract than it is to get a POAP. And so will we be seeing more on other chains? Yeah, I've been seeing people instead go literally create manifold contracts or just create an NFT on Polygon or et cetera, or a POAP instead of having to go through the POAP process because it's not good. It's not streamlined. It's not a good experience for creators. It can take a long time. And a lot of times you don't even get as many as you wanted. So I think look, POAP has a small team. They've been serving the community, like doing what they can. But unfortunately, I would say that they have not been able to scale successfully so far. And there have been a lot of issues with their supply chain or with their chain of like, you know, creating, you know, the process of creating POAPs and getting them approved hasn't been very
scaled.
Good.
Got
and
it.
So I think that's the unfortunate situation right now is a lot of people are not happy and are looking for other solutions. And so, like creating NFTs on Polygon as a POAP is a great solution that I've seen people utilizing.
Couple other pieces on this YouTube plus Polygon, and it's really just like the story here is like it's awesome that Polygon's doing it, but it's really the fact that YouTube's just doing it with any chain, right? Like they're getting into the game. I think you were right about the integration natively. Like this is going to be awesome for different creators because we would do like third party stuff where we would, you know, launch with the Lads token, we would like drop an embedded link into the chat and it would take somebody to some other platform, you know, and then they would claim there. So there was all these like janky type of things that go along with like not having it native in the platform. So there will definitely be POAPs. I think that's a good one. I'm interested in like their subscription model and how that works with NFTs potentially, right? Like if you could own an NFT and that gets you like subscription access to that channel. Right now, there is no workaround for that, right? So YouTube, then the way that it works now is if we set up if we like put the light switch on subscriptions, we could offer different features for people who buy a subscription, $6.99 a month or $8.99 a month, and have a top tier and a lower tier and then a free tier. That doesn't make sense with NFTs, like to combine that with NFTs essentially, because what you would have then is like a competing set of systems. So if we said, you know, NFT people get X, even though there is no there is no integration at this point, can't even do that. But if we offer different features for people that subscribed, our NFT holders would be upset. You know, like so there's all of this like friction right now, and I'm interested to see how that works. The subscription model with an NFT, where maybe you could buy an NFT once, and now you get a top tier subscription to this channel.
Yeah, I mean, again, I feel like this is an awesome, like YouTube's in such a good spot. I feel
Truth.
like
They got the people
to basically own even more of the market share of online content using Web3 tech, because right now, like there's things like Masterclass or, you know, Netflix or any of these sort of subscription-based token-gated content platforms. All of that shit could be on YouTube. All of that shit. I mean, they're already doing subscriptions in their own ways. They're already doing paid access in their own ways. I just feel like they could keep adding more utilities for creators and for businesses to basically run their entire ecosystem and community through YouTube.
Never have to leave essentially. I mean, you have the content hub, and everybody knows content's king in this environment. You can literally do anything with that community staying on the platform. They just need to update the features.
Okay, Patty McFly over here saying that he listened to the Ryan Carson space with Tim Ferris and will be flooding that project to hell. Are you talking about Tim Ferriss's project? What project are you talking about?
So,
Marty, I don't know which project we're talking about here.
That's a good question as well, because Biggie Poppins said he met Tim Ferriss in Marfa, and he was there to take in the Web3 scene.
It makes sense. So Tim Ferriss is doing his PR marketing.
Is he? Right? Is that confirmed?
I'm guessing if he's coming on shows and there's a project that Marty's talking about funding already. Yeah.
All right, we're going to move into the Otherside meta as well. So we obviously have a trip that needs to happen by the end of Q4, or at least to stay within their roadmap. The Otherside has to have a trip here coming up. And then we also have the 10 KTF that is associated with this. So we're going to touch on this in a second. Tim Cook's project.
Dude, project. He says COCKPUNCH, Cock Project. I don't think he's saying Tim Cook. Tim Cook from Apple, I don't think that's what he's talking about. I'm guessing.
We're getting some comments here. So Valhalla Mint. Yeah, I don't even know what Valhalla meant yet. So we're getting a couple different projects here that we're getting some comments on that we need to look up while we're live. I have no idea what Tim Ferriss's NFT project is. I'm going to be honest. We're looking at this in real time, folks.
Valhalla NFT, play and earn. It's a play to earn.
All right, so I am seeing a couple COCKPUNCH memes. We can look at this live together, Gift Ed. Why not? We're here.
We're here.
I'm getting a COCKPUNCH meme here. So is it on Tim Ferriss? Like Tim Ferriss is.
I mean, that's
COCKPUNCH.
yeah, it is COCKPUNCH. Wow.
The legend of hey, look, already better than the Badam Bomb Squad images. So I'm on board.
I mean, it's such a low bar. Those things are not good. Sorry, Squash Man. Sorry. Like, it's just
we're fudding. We're yeah. I shouldn't be doing that.
the tale of a fantastical realm, a universe of a bizarre.
Okay. So he's not even taking any funding from this. 100% proceeds are going to be donated to this
Primary sale proceeds.
Okay. So royalties important here. Pay attention, everybody.
Yeah, he's gonna definitely be taking those royalties down.
Not much info. I mean, this is all of the information that we've got. Sitemap. What the fuck? All right. Wants to airdrop 5 of you sexy munchkins a COCKPUNCH NFT.
Dude, just calling people sexy munchkins makes me so uncomfortable and dislike it already.
So he is a what do you call it? A Japanophile. I think I'm saying that right. Like he's a really big lover of Japanese society. So I'm not surprised to see like the Japanese influence here. The Seventh Scribe. I don't know. I don't know. I'm watching the rabbit hole here, and I don't want to jump down into it. So katanas. I'm seeing weapons. Is this a game? Looks kind of like a game. Gifted is looking like he doesn't want to cover this project. I'm going to be honest. The first tweet was on the 16th. So he was definitely in Marfa boots on the ground.
Yeah.
I like Tim Ferris. I don't mind Tim Ferris. Like
I'm not going to make any hard judgments yet.
Yeah, there you go. Let's take a look. Let's take a look in a couple days. Maybe we could have Tim Ferris on the show talk about his NFTs. It is a bear market. You know, you don't know what media coverage he's getting on this project. But we will come back to the Tim Ferris project here in a second. And when I say second, I mean a couple days. And when I say days, I mean probably next week, based on the holidays. So just so you know, we're never talking about COCKPUNCH ever again. Okay. Maybe we will talk about it next week. Anyways, we are going to move on to what accounts to our next story, which is going to be Otherside. GIF, if you want to drop any links that you have related to this, I am going to pull up that initial thread.
It's just that tweet that was it. Yeah.
So I've got the initial tweet here. All right, so we know that needs to be there needs to be a trip by the end of Q4. We're seeing portals starting to open in the other side, and some of the images surrounding 10KTF, which I'll go into in a second. This is, if you go to the 10KTF site and click around a little bit, you can see that there's a couple different portals that are opening here. I'll take you into one more image. I'm not familiar with Chimpers NFTs. Like, I don't have any Chimpers NFTs, but apparently they're associated with this world and ecosystem as well. So Chimpers is getting the treatment. Bored Ape Yacht Club is in on it as well. This is from November 14th. Ranga? Wait, Ranga's involved in this?
Well, that's what we were saying. Apparently, We Knew owns Chimpers and Ranga, so now they're all under Yuga.
Oh, shit.
Somebody correct us if we're wrong, but I believe We Knew Labs, which was acquired, and that's how they got 10KTF, also owns Ranga and Chimpers. That's what I got from this. I don't know if that's 100% accurate or not.
Yeah, this looks like like if these two aren't like doctored or anything, this gives like a really good take. So here's the latest Otherside trailer. And it looks like it matches up well with what you see on the 10KTF website. So That's basically the story here, is that, 10KTF is going to be associated with this next trip. Maybe we're trying to find Wagmi-san. That's a narrative that they're playing off of. Like, most of the time is like, where the fuck is Wagmi? I don't know how he gets lost so often.
Oh, he's such a victim. He's always in trouble. God.
Yeah, my big thing with 10KTF is it feels like you need a degree in cryptography to like figure out what the fuck's happening. Like, whenever they go into like it's always an 18 thread thing with 10KTF. It's always like a deep dive into what's happening within 10KTF, and that's what makes it a little bit hard to get involved in my opinion. But
as Jess would call it, it's big Riddler energy, and I don't.
What's big Riddler energy? I've heard it multiple times on the show. I need it broken down.
It's like when everything is just leaning into the mystery and like never really giving you any information up front, and just being mysterious for the sake of being mysterious.
Gotcha.
It's a lot of that sort of Riddler energy to me, and I don't. Yeah, like I like things that are like clever and that have a story that you have to sort of like learn about, or like you have to invest a little bit into. But I don't like having to work really, really hard for some nonsense that, is just sort of esoteric without a real good reason.
Yeah. They lean into it pretty heavy here. Again, just to wrap up this story, this is the Otherside here. This is their post from September 1st. The story continues later this Q4. So this was about a month and change after that initial trip, which was awesome. And everybody was like really fucking excited and all this stuff. And then they said later in this Q4, and maybe they were spot on. But we've been waiting for a long time for this second trip to happen. Dickensis is guessing items and PvP in the next trip. I would guess that they don't go the PvP route yet. I think it's still going to be very co-op and just experiential, as opposed to kind of really interactive in a way. It was the first trip was just kind of going on the journey with them. It wasn't anything that we were doing that was making any effect on the experience, which is not what you see from like a World of Warcraft piece.
They had the boss fight, didn't they?
They did, but I think that had less. That was the only one thing that they did have, and I think if 5 people had hit that, it was part of the story, so it looked dope. But I don't think that guy would have taken over the world if only one person hit him. So my thing is in major MOBAs, like you have to actually defeat this creature, this boss or whatever. Like it's not just like, hey, this is kind of an animation that's happening.
It was a demo.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm not getting mad at them. I'm just saying that the PvP, I would be surprised if they went PvP on this one, for sure. All right.
I gotta respond quickly to Squashman. Squashman out here trying to explain the Badam situation says the art on Badam Bomb Squad is intentional bad art. So they did it because it aligns before, he says they're dropping Madam Bomb Squad next year along with 3 to 4 other collections. Bobby hints at this in a recent essay. We read the whole essay, and here's the thing. If it's bad art that you're selling people, fine. I didn't see it anywhere that people were expecting bad art. In fact, like the reactions that I heard from people were also kind of like, why? So I don't know where the intention of this being bad art came from, but also if that's the case, fine. How do you justify a 0.25 mint price then? You're selling people bad art. I get that so much of the space runs on fucking irony. I get that there's a lot of irony, but you're minting, the mint price is 0.25 for bad art. You lost me. I don't get it. I'm sorry.
Is it
now? He's throwing winky emojis. He's straight trolling us now. All right.
I also I want to see that proven. Even if now it's easy for Bobby to come back out and say hey, this was bad. Then say it, and maybe I'll believe it a little bit more than like us kind of throwing together a hypothetical. It's tough.
But also, like,
I feel like we've shit on it enough. If just know that if I shit on it going forward, go ahead.
Well, I just want to say, like, you also, like, whether or not some people might take that as justification, like, you don't actually earn any sort of like credibility to me in the space with trying to sell a 5,000 collection of bad art. Like, I don't find that cool or respectable, even if you meant to be bad art. Like, you're literally trying to get your people to ape into a 0.25 mint. So it's like, even if you came out and you're like, yo, we meant it to be bad art, I'm not like, hey, that's fucking great. That's cool. Like, there's enough rugs in the space already.
Damn, Marty McFly, let's go. You should know about intentional bad art like a VeeFriends. Now, what do you have to say about your napkin art, Gifted? How do you defend napkin art? Let's go to the original VeeFriends collection and talk about some bad fucking art.
These are very different things, like contextually very different things. But you know what? I mean, you can definitely make a case that VeeFriends is bad art, like the original VeeFriends. But that was not meant to be like an art drop. Like that was meant to be like an access token and a collectible. So I don't know. Again, maybe everybody expected Badam Bomb Squad to be ugly and be bad art. I don't know. I didn't see that anywhere. Nobody told me that, so I'd love to know where that came from.
Explain this. Explain this.
It was hand drawn by Gary Vee as a collectible and an access token into an actual legit like next level community with real utility. And also, again, that was a starting point for what he's developing. Have you seen the toys that are being fucking created now and in fucking Macy's?
Those do look good. The version 2s are on brand for sure.
So it's a different thing, altogether.
Okay.
Like, here's you know why they're different? You know why they're different? Because Badam Bomb Squad wasn't the first iteration. That's why they're different. This is like going backwards, not forwards. So if VeeFriends 2 was worse than VeeFriends 1, I'd say you've got a point there, Marty. But unfortunately, Badam Bomb Squad is the second iteration, the expansion project, and it is worse than the first. So that is negative progression. I feel positive progression. I
like that reasoning. I like the logic there. So I'll give you a round there. I feel like we're just at this point we're like belaboring the point of the art. So we're gonna move on off of the Badam Bomb Squad. You guys know how we feel about it. Hopefully, I would like some response to come from the team. That's not like, hey, thanks for. The mint sold out, yay! Like I would actually like them to be a little bit accountable if most of the community is a little bit upset. Other than the Moon Boys, I have one piece of quick news that kind of made it past me, and then we will get to our last segment, our last piece of news. This is Star Atlas, one of the largest games in the Solana network. For the longest time, gaming was kind of where I was like. Pointing my direction for Solana. Like I really thought that they were just gonna take over gaming. They had a Rory, they had Star Atlas. They were going to continue to get these games and really compete with, at the end of the day, Polygon. Like Polygon and Solana were, in my opinion, is the ones that were really, really focused on gaming and content and all this stuff. And then FTX happened. So we know that. Hold on to that, Gifted. I know it's emotional support there. But Star Atlas is planning now to sell NFTs to cover for a portion of their treasury. No, I can't sell my bags here, Prodigy, so look away. They're planning on doing these NFT sales at some event of like a 90 to 80% discount. These are Star Atlas ships and Star Atlas ship NFTs that they own that haven't sold yet. So essentially what's happening here is the team is looking to offload their NFTs to the community at like an 80 to 90% discount to fund their future roadmap. Gifted, I really can't take myself seriously already with the cowboy hat, and you're adding in a gnome with green pants.
Just saying, it's V friends. It's not that bad actually. Anyway, what's the point about Star Atlas? They're trying to get rid of their inventory.
This is what I have to fucking deal with.
Yo,
this is what I have to deal with.
It's Thanksgiving in my mind, y'all. Like, whatever.
I'm trying to do a really informative segment. I'm trying to keep the people informed, and Gift-Head's over here trying to still talk about the last story and then be like, anyways, what's up? What's going on?
Shout out Nifty Q for keeping it professional. The ultimate professional over here. Lil Nas Quesadilla, keeping it absolutely tip-top shape, keeping the ship running.
Someone has to do it. All right. So anyways, Star Atlas is looking to do an NFT sale of their assets that are on the books. They're just looking to mass dump their Star Atlas ship NFTs onto the community. We'll see how that goes. It started literally, I believe, yesterday. So we'll keep you guys up to date on whether they can raise funds there. They're also looking into, and this came directly from Mike Wagner, their CEO, they're looking into other ways to raise money. Right, they're looking into the Star Atlas DAO, for example, has a ton of money.
Did they lose a bunch of money on FTX? That's what Paxmark's saying.
Yeah. That's why if you weren't holding up a gnome that completely blocked out your audio visual like cortex there, you would have been able to hear that. Yes, they left a bunch of their treasury and shortened their roadmap by half. So. This is a situation. We'll continue to look at it. Again, the first sale went live yesterday, and we will see what Star Atlas does. I want these guys to succeed. I do. I do. Like, even personally, like I have to say that I am invested in Star Atlas. So again, I want these guys to succeed. Where that goes, I have no idea.
Contagion, Solana contagion, FTX contagion. How many projects are gonna be disrupted and maybe destroyed because of this?
Prodigy is fucking pissed. This is probably the nastiest thing that's ever been said.
Where's the holiday spirit? Marty McFly's got the right idea. It should be nicer around the holidays. Let's get the holiday spirit up in here.
Prodigy just said they should unborn themselves. Yeah. Well, we're gonna move on. I didn't realize the hate was that flows in that one towards Star Atlas that much, but I guess I could see why. All right, biggest news of the fucking week, ladies and gentlemen. Kellogg's teaming up with Pudgy fucking Penguins to launch one of the biggest partnerships that you've ever fucking seen. This is gonna save the space. This is saving the entire space. So y'all better understand what's happening here. Pudgy Penguins teaming up with Kellogg's to launch a Kellogg's themed Pudgy Penguins cereal. And I really wanted to take this into a ranking of cereal, but you tell me how you feel, Gif, and let me know how you feel about Pudgy Penguins and Kellogg's.
I mean, the way I feel, frankly, is, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Corn Pops, Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops.
Wait, you're getting it? No. Pudgy Penguins first, and then no. Rate My Bags is next. Tell me how you feel about Pudgy Penguins Kellogg's.
Oh well, it's massive. I mean, this is the news that we've been waiting for in the space. Everything's been trending down. We've been in this bear market. We've all been desperate for
Thank you.
What is the catalyst that is going to come along and save us? What is going to turn things around? Yo, Pudgy Penguins just did it, y'all. They did it. Kellogg's partnership. We're saved. Do not sell.
Look at this animation.
Hodl that shit, y'all. Because Pudgy Penguins are here to take us to the promised land.
Damn.
To the moon. Pudgy Penguins Kellogg to the moon. Let's heckin' go, y'all.
Pudgy Penguins, Caroline. I want to see this. I want to see this. So there's some strawberry involved in here. First of all, first class animation here. Pudgy Penguins, phenomenal. Let's go. Let's dive deep into what is probably the biggest news to come out of the NFT space since Snoop Dogg got in. Pudgy Penguins, it says anonymous. It says Breakfast Club. When can we buy this? Is the question. What's up?
The Breakfast Club. I mean, look, this is a feel-good story for the ages, and there's nothing better than to see a beloved PFP like Pudgy Penguins to be integrating into one of the most beloved breakfasts ever created, and that is cereals. Everybody loves cereal. Who doesn't love cereal? I mean, like, let's be real. Who doesn't love cereal? Everybody loves cereal. And now, along with their cereal, Pudgy Penguins and NFTs.
GIF, I appreciate that take. That was probably one of the best quotes that we've ever had on this network. Let's see, Jacob, can you actually clip this up? What I'm pointing to here, and again, we're super excited. We think this is huge, gigantic for the space. Check out the Breakfast Club for more information on how you get one. Are you ready for this, GIF?
Oh, no. What?
Bear market confirmed. Another 6 months, ladies and gentlemen. We had it. We had this partnership that we needed.
It was so close. We were right there. The promised land. We could smell it. Rugged again. Come on, Daddy Elon, save the day, please. Elon, you have literally unsuspended Kanye West. You have unsuspended Andrew Tate. You've unsuspended Donald heckin' Trump. You can unsuspend the Breakfast Club. Come on, Elon.
Please, for the love of God, just this one time. Just this one time during the fucking holidays.
Start the poll. Start the poll. Somebody start the poll now.
I'm going. Poll started. I don't know what I'm polling, but I'm polling something. By minting, this is prior to the suspension, by the way. So I was trying to figure out more details for everybody that wants to buy one of these. I actually would have bought one, by the way. I love cereal. The biggest take that you've ever seen on the show. By minting one of the Breakfast Club's NFTs, you can receive a cereal box collectible licensed by both Kellogg's and Pudgy Penguins. The collectibles, I don't know why I'm speaking like this. The collectibles come with anonymous merch and a QR code that once scanned gives owners access to even more prizes.
You sound like Shia LaBeouf or something. I don't know what's going on there. Do it.
I'll take it. Not the worst thing anybody's ever said. So, Dickensis, I just read it off. You're saying, does anyone have any screenshots of what they had? Tony the Tiger was going to save Web3. Breakfast Club is too subversive. I agree with that. You don't know what the Breakfast Club means. You don't know what that means. Yes, bullish as fuck for cereal. That helps. Easy and Crypto saying, win Super Yetis from General Mills. Like that one. All right. In what everybody was waiting for any last thoughts here, GIF? I know you laid it out for the Pudgy Penguins there. Any last thoughts before
I'm heartbroken.
As you should be.
This account suspension, it really took the wind out of my sails there. As if anything else could go wrong. Our final hopes are dashed with the Breakfast Club.
It's the last thing we needed.
Pack it up, y'all. We're done.
God, what a shit show.
This is the end.
This is the end.
Yeah.
All right, I was about to start singing The Doors, but we will move on here to our last segment. Listen, if you didn't think this episode was a shit show enough, I would just leave now. But before you do, leave a like and subscribe, because we're doing this all the fucking time. We act like idiots pretty much every day of the week. But if you are interested in seeing what we think is the most highest rated cereal that ever existed other than Pudgy Penguins Kellogg's, that's what we're going to do right fucking now. Rate My Fucking Cereal is an actual segment on this show. I'm going to remove the Gifted just left. Gifted left for 0.5. All right, we need community engagement on this. This is why we do it. We do this for you all. I want to see. Are you okay, Gif?
Wait, am I here?
Yeah, you're here.
Okay. I don't know. What happened?
This is par for the course for the show. Gifted just dropping off, wondering what he's doing. All right, logos are upcoming on the screen, but we need the community engagement. This is why we do Rate My Bags, to get y'all's take on the tier rankings. I still haven't done it. I see what you're about to say. I already know.
Charms. Me Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms? I could start with Lucky Charms. So we're starting to add some logos here in just a second. Don't search Lucky Charms on Google, by the way. I just got a lot of. Can you give me one?
Fruity Pebbles are like just okay. I don't know how Fruity Pebbles made it this far.
Fruity Pebbles? What the fuck's wrong with Fruity Pebbles?
They're just okay.
You can't have more than one. They're in that pantheon of like, I can only have more like one.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how they made it this far though. That's what I'm saying.
All right, Lucky Charms. I'm probably look. I need some more. Like, this is going to be a very, very fluid list, if not the most fluid list we've ever had on the show.
Lucky Charms is S tier.
What?
Lucky Charms is goated, bro.
We're starting. Lucky Charms is S tier. Okay, here we go. Comments are flowing here. Lucky Charms, Fruity Pebbles. I could add Fruity Pebbles. Gift, keep me up to date with the chat here. And what they're at.
Puffs is lit.
Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs is a solid like A or B
for sure.
Maybe B plus.
What's up with all
Fruity Pebbles is like a C.
I'm just getting all of them together. Okay.
Frosted Flakes is great. That's a class.
Frosted Flakes, pound for pound.
Yo, Squashman's got one with Waffle Crisp. That was a great one. I did enjoy Waffle Crisp quite a bit.
What the hell is Waffle Crisp? Cookie Crisp?
No, wasn't there a Waffle Crisp one or Honeycomb? Maybe it's Honeycomb Crunch.
Honeycomb.
Maybe that's the one that I'm thinking.
That's the one with the frog on the front. All right, folks, bear with us while we get like a bunch here.
Marty agrees. Lucky Charms is S tier, so you know it's a fact. Marty doesn't lie. Marty never lies. Marty's never wrong about anything.
It's a conspiracy to think that it belongs that high. To be honest,
one thing that we know on this show, it's that Marty McFly is always right. That's one thing that we've learned from doing this show.
All right, I need two more that I haven't added here, Gip, before I stop adding and actually start placing. What are we adding here?
We're not adding frosted mini wheats. Sorry to Kansas. I don't think that belongs.
Frosted mini.
Corn Pops is great. Corn Pops is a good one.
Why can't we add frosted mini wheats?
I mean, we can if you really want, but like add it into C or D maybe.
Dude, I can already feel before we start placing these, our takes on cereal is going to be so different. I can already feel it.
Yeah, frosted mini wheats, like you can like
it's a hearty meal.
The only good ones are the ones that have like extra frosting on them, which makes up about 10% of the whole bag, and then the rest you just got a bunch of broken wheat. It's fucking, and they're all dry.
It's probably the hardiest that you could have.
They're all dry and sharp and like cut your mouth and like, no, like what? You think that, like, where would you rate it? I'd rate it at a fucking, probably a D.
Did they change the Cookie Crisp logo?
Maybe.
Okay. All right. We're almost here. Oh, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. What am I doing?
Yeah. What are you doing? We got to get the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Somebody was saying Kicks with berries.
I like Kicks.
What about Life? Kicks. How do y'all feel about Life?
See, you would start talking about Life. like Life cereal. Life cereal.
Not great.
Life, he literally is on screen talking about fucking Life cereal. Oh my god. All right, here we go.
So much better than mini wheat. Frosted mini wheats.
All right, okay, so we have our first group. Now this isn't, I want to say two things. By quantity, this is not the finished product, as well as when they first get placed, we know, the experienced Rate My Bags viewer knows that this can be moved around as we go. We got Raisin Bran, Reese's Puffs, Rice Krispies. Our chat's never been more lit. We should just turn this into a Rate My fucking cereal channel. Jesus Christ.
Dude, I told
damn
you,
it.
everybody loves cereal. That's why the Pudgy Penguins was supposed to save us all here.
Okay.
Even that was a rug. Oh my god.
Okay. All right. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I think pound for pound amongst this group probably belongs. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Up
could
there
be the
with
best.
Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms is the other S tier one here.
I'm leaving this up because we disagree. I think Lucky Charms should be A. So that's our first community vote is gonna be Lucky Charms S or A.
All right, I'm fine with that vote. Don't vote incorrectly, but I'm fine with making it a vote.
So you're not a fan of Fruity Pebbles?
Not really, no.
I could put Fruity Pebbles in like a B or C category. Where do you think?
I think it's a C.
Okay.
We'll start in a C.
Yeah, we'll keep it there.
C.
Fluid Frosted Flakes probably if it's an A or an S for me. Here's my thing. I think a lot of these.
It's a consistent A.
Here, consistency is key. This is the only thing I would say about Frosted Flakes before you guys make your bets here on Frosted Flakes. Pound for pound, it's the best cereal. It's not one bowl. Not one bowl. There's better cereals. Okay, because it's a little consistent is the right word, but it's also like standard. It's not like over the top.
I would put it next to like pound for pound next to Honey Nut Cheerios. I think those two.
Yes.
Like the pound for pound most consistent.
Agreed. You can have multiple bowls. You know what I mean? Like you could have two bowls. You can eat the whole box. Yes.
Scoop it in there with the hand, bro.
So I'll keep Frosted Flakes at an A. I like that, but I just wanted to make my point that pound for pound, best cereal, Frosted Flakes, in my opinion.
So Honey Nut Cheerios should also be an A then.
Yeah, I could do that. I like that. It's coming together. I'm
so then obviously Frosted Mini Wheats goes in D. I think we all agree on that.
We're still waiting on the comment section to talk about.
All right, let's do it.
The
next vote will be should Frosted Mini Wheats be C or D? How about that? That's the next vote.
Frosted Mini Wheats, C or D? Okay. All right, here's what we're doing. We're actually dropping the live poll. We're going to drop the live poll here in a second for you crazy kids. All right.
Apparently, we figured out what S stands for. S stands for shit your pants.
All right, the poll is going live right now. Lucky Charms, S or A, and it's live right now. We're going to leave that poll open for about 45 seconds to deal with the delay, but we're not leaving it open very long, folks.
S. Yeah, y'all already know.
All right, what else are we?
This is definitely the most important segment ever. You're absolutely correct, Easy and Crypto. That's why we had to do it.
I don't know about Frosted Mini Wheats at D. Okay, Cookie Crisp is probably the most one bowl only cereal on this list. You cannot eat 2 bowls of Cookie Crisp without absolutely shitting your pants. I think for that reason, they can't go above B because you need to have that I could potentially have another bowl, and Cookie Crisp just doesn't do it for me. I'm down to put them around C for right now, unless we get massive backlash.
I'm fine with that. I never got that into Cookie Crisp, but yeah, it doesn't sound that awesome.
Frosted Flakes at A. Okay, Cheerios and Frosted Flake both S. Oh, Prodigy's asking for Frosted Flakes and Cheerios at S.
No, I think they're just solid choices. They're not like, oh my god.
Agreed.
They're not like, holy shit, this is the best.
This is the best thing I've ever had. All right, here's one that I think belongs in that pantheon. GIF is going to be Rice Krispies. I feel like Rice Krispies is B or A. It's that consistent.
It's not A.
It's not A. Wow.
Could it be? Unless we're talking about it's
sugar coated.
I know. Unless we're talking about its flexibility as a Rice Krispie treat.
No. We're not adding crispy treats. No Rice Krispie treats.
Solid B.
No additional utility. It's the bowl only. We're getting a lot of hate for the Frosted Flakes Cheerios placement at A instead of S.
No, don't I feel pretty solid about those two. I don't.
Fruity Pebbles over Rice Krispies. See, there it is again. I don't know how we put it into the Ultra Seeker algorithm, but I just can't have 2 bowls of Fruity Pebbles. It's too rich. It's too rich.
Yeah, I just don't think they're that good, frankly.
I don't know. Okay. Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks are great. I do like Apple Jacks.
Where do Apple Jacks belong on this list?
A or B, I'd say. Solid A or B.
I appreciate the Kellogg's ones for having transparent images. A or B? Apple Jacks? Personally, I would put them at A. I just don't know if they're an A list.
I think B's pretty good.
Okay. All right, we're closing out a poll. Lucky Charms. Oh, wow. 57% said Lucky Charms. Oh, I didn't even realize we were still there. 57% said Lucky Charms are A. Sorry, GIF. The people have spoken, man.
You let me down. You let me down, friends. I don't know how I'm gonna take this one.
Wow, just Lucky Charms. So Cinnamon Toast Crunch, is that really what we're seeing right now? Is Cinnamon Toast Crunch just in a league of its own?
It's goated right now, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah, Apple Jacks. I thought we were making so we are making a decentralized list. This is with what is the most decentralized cereal? Probably Rice Krispies.
Oatmeal.
Rice Krispies, because look, hear me out. Rice Krispies has about 4 mascots instead of just one centralized figure. Rice Krispies also probably has the most grains, like most cereal, like that you get, like pound for pound. One, you probably get like 10,000 Krispies. That's
a lot of nodes.
That's a lot of nodes. I mean, think about it. That's why Frosted Mini Wheats is all the way down at D. You probably get like 10 Frosted Mini Wheats in one bowl.
Yeah, but then you get a million shards.
That's true. All right, folks, we got a little bit time left here for the Rate My Cereal segment. I'm adding Cocoa Puffs. I see you. I see you in chat. Are you cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, Give?
No. I'd call it a B. I'd call it a
B. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I could see that. Is there anything we're missing off the? It pains me to add Life cereal to this list, but you said it, not me. Man.
Life to me belongs in like A tier, maybe B.
What?
Yeah, because it's one of those like solidly good ones. Just like you could have a bunch of like bowls of it. You could eat the whole fucking thing of it, just like you could with Honey Nut Cheerios or Frosted Flakes. To me, it checks those same boxes.
Marty McFly says Rice Krispies is the ETH of cereals, and I feel it. I feel that. Life at A tier. This man. It just looks like it stands out in that group, you know. It's like some of the hardest hitting cereals known to man, and then Life cereal.
Maybe it should be S tier at that point because it stands out.
I'm not listening. Paxmark actually had the balls to come onto our stream today and say cornflakes. I'm not adding cornflakes to this list. Okay, it's not happening.
Is a solid like C or a D. It's a solid C, maybe.
Oh, Honey Smacks. Yeah, there it is.
Honey Smacks is great. I'd call Honey Smacks like a B. Maybe an A. I don't know. Honey Smacks is pretty good.
I'm coming.
Trying to think of any others.
Oh, I got one. It's on its way.
Tricks. I mean, yeah, Tricks. Okay, there you go.
When's the last time you had Tricks though?
Like never. Like very, very long time.
It's probably I was probably 12.
Yeah, I'd give it a C.
Yeah, I could put Tricks in C. People are absolutely flaming our Fruity Pebbles placement.
Hey,
and
deal with it. You fucked up on the Lucky Charms. That's where you all went wrong. Now there's no trust. No trust for the
Ooh, honeycomb.
Yeah, honeycomb and corn pops. I mean, we don't have
Corn pops.
Yeah, that's a solid A or a B right there.
I stand for honeycomb. As Prodigy would say, I fucks with some honeycomb. I would definitely put honeycomb in the A tier, but I'm okay if it's B. I'm not gonna like die in the honeycomb hill.
I haven't had it recently enough to know if it's A or B, so that could be a solid vote. But I definitely agree it's either A or B.
All right, we're not gonna run the official poll on that one, but tell us where honeycomb should be, and between A and B, and we'll get it placed. I like how this is coming together. Let's take a look here. The things that stand out. Let's see the things that stand out to you, Gifted. What stands out to you as we await the honeycomb placement?
Honestly, I think it all looks good except for Lucky Charms should be S tier. And right now, there's only one goat, and that is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. The undeniable S right now is Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and I think it's amazing that nobody's questioned that, because
That is kind of crazy.
Everybody agrees Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the GOAT and one of the greatest fucking cereals ever created.
Okay,
That's pretty impressive that everybody, because normally when we
no one's complaining. Yeah, you're right.
A bunch of people shitting on the S tier and be like, oh, it's not, like whatever. Nobody has talked shit about Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, and actually everyone is talking shit about the Life cereal placement. So keep that in mind as we go forward. Okay, Honeycombs is B, Honeycombs is A, Honeycombs is B, Honeycomb at D. Jacob Gooden from the back, from the top ropes. Honeycombs at D. That's going to take down the average.
Trolling us. It's got to go B then. I guess Jacob just brought it back down. So I don't know the average.
Wow. The average. I don't know. Marty McFly is saying the shape of honeycombs is dope and can hold. Now we're talking about the physiological properties of honeycombs.
That's important. Yeah, the physiological properties of frosted mini wheats is why it's a D.
Jacob just said life at S.
There we go. Yo, thank you, Jacob, for coming in and shaking things up with some truth. Finally putting some respect on life.
I can't tell you how much it hurts me to hear you guys talk about, like, you're telling me right now that you don't see any problem with the rankings on this list and life being up there with these behemoths of the game.
It's fucking life.
All right. Honeycomb B, honeycomb at D, honeycomb B, honeycomb A. Okay, we got a lot of B's. So honeycomb's officially at B. I'm okay with. I mean, I like honeycombs. Don't get me wrong. Here's one GIF. I got one for you. This is probably one of my favorite cereals of all time. Guess what it is? You wanna throw out a guess? Something we don't have on here? It's a little bit dark.
What's the fucking
Reported
Count Chocula?
No, it's not that dark. It's Golden Grams.
Dark? What's dark about that?
Like the actual, it's not light like a honeycomb, you know?
Dude, what?
I'm talking about like the actual color of, like, Golden Grams are a little, like, they're even darker than what it shows on that box there. Golden Grams are like a dark cereal.
Captain Crunch and Count Chocula.
Oh, Captain Crunch. Jesus.
Have not been included here.
All right. Golden Grams, I understand not a lot of people, probably eat Golden Grams. It's like kind of an out there cereal, but I'm not letting it go below B.
We are being bold and controversial today. We're courting controversy with this Rate My Bag segment. I have to say, this was a bold choice, Q. Going in deep on cereal rankings. Wow.
We had to really go deep here, just based on yesterday's. We just had to follow up the Badam Bomb Squad with the Rate My Cereal, because this is hard hitting shit.
Golden Grams to me is like a B or a C. I don't know. I don't know if it's B. Maybe.
Look, I will take Golden Graham. Yeah. It's a little bit of a niche cereal. I'll put it that way. Niche.
Fine, it's fine at B. I'm fine with it. It's fine.
Marty McFly saying this is as much fun as fudding Yuga. Look, if you don't want it to be at B, I need people's actual opinions. I don't need you to be agreeing with me.
Golden Grams B or C in the chat. Let them know. I think B's fine, but it could be a C. I don't know. I haven't had Golden Grams. In a while.
Wait, we actually got a lot of Golden Grams love in here. I thought it was just me. What is Musil?
Prodigy. Golden Gram is just better value Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's like the Costco. It's like the generic version of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I don't think it's that good, though. I don't think it gets there. But, yeah, we didn't get Cocoa Krispies or Count Chocula on here yet.
So I've got Golden Grams. Easy and Crypto saying Golden Grams is a solid A. Marty's saying no one eats that shit. And then I got some C's. So I'm going to leave them in B. I just feel like averaging out, it looks like we got some B's here. Anything that doesn't... I agree with you that Cinnamon Toast Crunch being at S, like undisputed, is probably the biggest takeaway here. Frosted Mini Wheats, no one's really putting up a fight for Frosted Mini Wheats here at D. I could see Fruity Pebbles. Go ahead.
Because if you look at this list, you would take any of those cereals over Frosted Mini Wheats.
Maybe not Kix. I could see Kix moving down, honestly. Like Kix isn't a good cereal.
I'd still rather have Kix than Frosted Mini Wheats.
Okay. You know what I think the most subversive and evil cereal in existence is Raisin Bran. Because
wow.
Listen, hear me out. Have you seen the sugar profile of a Raisin Bran, which sells itself as like a hearty breakfast cereal that's like really, like family focused? I mean, it's grapes. It's a son holding dried grapes. It's scooping. And then it probably is the sugariest cereal that will be on this list. I think Cookie Crisp like says what Cookie Crisp is. Cookie Crisp knows that they're destroying the waistlines of children.
They're not misleading.
They're not misleading. Raisin Bran over here selling a health product as a poison pill.
Yeah. These are the hot takes that the NFT space needs. I'm really glad that we're doing this today.
Listen, man. If Pudgy Penguins didn't fuck up.
Bear market analysis. Let's go.
Look at that shit.
Yeah, it's healthy. Super healthy.
2 scoops, it says. 2 scoops.
Look at that happy sun. Look at that happy little sun. 10,000 Raisin Bran Suns collection. Let's go.
Martin McFly says Raisin Bran equals Epstein of cereals. Q on November 22nd, 2022. Prodigy saying, bro, we ain't eating cereals worried about sugar, bitch. We trying to enjoy it.
Well said. Well said, sir.
Look, I would literally... Oh, no. Did I lose it? No. Okay, we're good. Raisin Bran belongs in D for me.
I still think it's better than many Frosted Mini Wheats.
Okay.
It's C or D for me, so like either one's fine. Like,
no, we're good. I get it.
I'm not gonna put up an argument about it.
I get it. Jacob Gooden said life at S, and it made me question a lot of things.
Made you question life?
A lot. Yeah, the question is...
Maybe you should eat more life. Maybe that's the answer.
Cocoa Krispies? We're getting to the end of this, folks. Where we've added...
Songs in the trash? Man.
Damn.
Right.
Hey, I kind of agree.
But did you see the cute little son's happy, shining face? You want to trash that?
Man.
It's harsh.
That probably... I mean, go look at the sugar content in Raisin Bran, man. Seriously. All right, Kicks. This is probably the most run-of-the-mill cereal that is on this list.
That to me is D or C. Maybe D. Maybe D tier.
Kicks is at D. Okay. I need to fill out my D tier. Is anybody a Kicks fan here that's going to be upset with putting Kicks in D? Don't be shitting on life. Q. Move Frosted Mini Wheats down to the trash. Jacob is sus now, and Raisin Bran is evil. This is the best chat that we've had in the history of this network.
Switson agreeing with you. Raisin Bran is sneaky as fuck when it comes to sugar calorie intake.
Dude, I'm telling you. Thank you.
That sneaky little son. He's just packing you up with all them little raisins.
I want to almost put up a chart.
Tricking you into thinking he's healthy.
See?
Dude, that son is gaming y'all. He's just running game on
just gaming. Oh, just an evil son. Just he posed for that picture and then fucking went out back to smoke a couple fucking cigs. Just fuck these kids, man.
Yeah, and then him and Hezbollah rode off in their fucking Lambo.
All right. That was unnecessary.
All right. What else are we adding? Is this it?
I'm looking at.
Yo, Reese's Puffs is maybe S tier. Reese's Puffs is fucking dank, bro.
Reese's Puff at S tier. All right, hold on. I was trying to look up like a top 10 ranking for most sugar, but goddamn well it would end up on that list, man. I'm serious. Watch out for that fucking sun.
No, S tier Reese's Puffs. Boom.
Dickens is actually trying to bring us back to reality here. The Pudgy Penguins collab brand, Anonymous brand, is selling 2.6K varsity jackets and $275 hoodies in a bear market. That's fucking ballsy, dude. The balls on these guys, man. The balls. Where does Reese's Puffs? I would put Reese's Puffs at A. I don't like peanut butter in my cereal, but I can understand why Reese's Puffs could be an A tier. So
see, Squash Man, he gets it. The Reese's flavored milk after is next level, bro. I'm telling you, Reese's Puffs to the moon.
Well, you're all over the place, dude. You're like bland as fuck life, and Reese's Puff is like those are
Cinnamon Life. Okay, look, the normal life is just okay. Cinnamon Life is definitely A tier.
Now you're
Cinnamon Life or the regular life, whatever. Life is great. It's a classic. You could eat the whole fucking bag of it and feel great. It's awesome, and I think belongs on the same tier as Frosted Flakes and Honey Nut Cheerios. Lucky Charms should be an S tier. Period. Reese's Puffs should be an S tier. Period. That's where we're at.
We're apparently Easy is the only one that's eating Kicks here. Kicks should be at C at least. Cereal Smacks. Fun fact: I just looked up the most calorie or sugared cereal. Cereal Smacks was the highest. So that guy also is kind of shiesty, although he looks kind of shiesty. The frog on the Smacks.
Wait, isn't it Honey Smacks or whatever? Is that what you're talking about?
I'll look it up. Yeah, Honey Smacks. Apparently the Honey Smacks frog. Golden Crisp as well. Look at these two. Look at these two guys. Yeah, that yeah. Nah.
Bad guy.
Yeah, that's got. If you're wearing a sideways cap like that, I don't trust you.
Yeah. Should just have it normal backwards, and you'd be much more trustworthy.
Agreed.
And he could join our crew.
All right, Honey Smacks. Where does Honey Smacks belong? And we'll take one last look at this and then say sayonara. We'll post this on Twitter. We have to be held accountable for our actions here. Crypto Buffalo saying, Buff
shows up late and then decides to just come in.
Yeah.
Just start.
Yeah.
All
right. Been
right.
live for an hour and 45 minutes, Buff. Thanks for attending our 20-minute cereal segment.
My man.
All right. Anything else? Sketch as Honey Smacks is same shit as Golden Crisp. Sketch as fuck. We got a B for Honeycrisp. That's Prodigy. I respected your cereal connoisseurness until just now.
Smacks is a B. I feel like it's a B. They taste pretty good, but they are not great for you, and you can't eat that many of them. But
okay, Fruity Pebbles below Honey Smacks to me is just disrespectful.
Well, whatever. Get over it.
I would put up more of a fight for Fruity Pebbles, but we're at the end of the segment, and Buffalo needs us to move on to the hard hitting news here today.
Right. Let's get back to the news.
A cute Raisin Bran son, and then it ends up being the evil son, like a Hector Salamanca face when he's upset from Breaking Bad. Gotta have my kicks. Oh, now we're talking about mantras. Now we're talking about I like
the comparison
taglines.
Like the Raisin Bran son compared to Giancarlo Esposito as a villain, I think is probably pretty solid.
I could see that.
Yeah. Like if there was going to be, dude, they should make a feature film about the cereal mascots, and the son from Raisin Bran should be played by Giancarlo Esposito.
I could see that.
Kick set S tier, get the fuck out of here.
What are you on about, Jacob?
You know, whoever said Jacob is sus, I agree now.
He probably says I'm shook. Life at A tier above Cocoa Puffs. I'm shook. Some of this has to do with some of this has to do with the consistency. You can't have like multiple bowls. Like I guess with Cocoa Puffs maybe, but like Life cereal is man. I'm not gonna die on the hill for Life cereal. That's the last thing I'm gonna do.
Why not?
All right. No, because I don't agree. I don't agree. Like you stand for the Life cereal. S tier. Anything else in S tier, folks? I think we're getting up out of here. The one thing I would say is there probably deserves to be something else up with Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but I'm not that
Reese's Puffs
pissed off.
And Lucky Charms. Reese's Puffs, Lucky Charms, both S tier. I will die on that hill and whatever. You can leave it like this if you want, but
I will take.
You're gonna get destroyed on this.
All right, everybody dude, you added life to this. We're gonna get absolutely hammered.
So absolutely flame Q on Twitter for not putting Lucky Charms and Reese's Puffs in S tier.
Gif, I will.
Look how poor his taste is in everything.
I will give you this. If you move life to B, because I don't want to be eviscerated on Twitter. If you move life to B, I'll move Lucky Charms and Reese's Puff up to S.
Done. That's a deal.
Okay. That's honestly a win for everyone here.
Cinnamon Life would be an A, and I don't know if you got Cinnamon Life there, so that's fine.
It's one brand. Most recognized brand. None of these knockoff derivatives.
Boom.
Lucky Charms.
I'll take that trade.
You're saying Reese's Puffs above Frosted Flakes and Cheerios, man? It's like almost kind of sacrilege. All right.
Okay. Do we put this to a poll? Reese's Puffs S or A? I mean, look.
Okay. I like that.
I think Puffs should be S tier.
All right. While we wait for that poll, and it'll be live for like 30 fucking seconds because we do have to get out of here. Hard hitting news day. Pudgy Penguins changing the motherfucking game until they didn't. Until they
got rugged. Breakfast Club, yo, what happened?
Yo, Breakfast Club. All right. You want to say any last words here about your placement of cereal or about what you got going on in the NFT space? God damn, the chat just blew up. Go ahead.
This rating is on point, Jacob. I don't want to hear anything else from you on the matter because clearly your opinions are completely sus and you're just trolling. No, I feel great about our ranking here of cereal. I feel like this is the important news. This is the most important segment that we probably show. So thank you everybody for hanging out and participating. We couldn't have done it without you. Smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't. If you haven't subscribed to the Web3 Network already and you've been hanging out with us and watching our content, then like you are basically the frosted mini wheats of members.
Jeez.
You're
It's a
basically
kid's show, GIF.
you're like the Raisin Brand son. Like you seem like you're cool hanging out with us, but you're actually a little bit evil for not subscribing. So at this point, you're just straight up rugging us if you haven't subscribed. That's all I got to say about that. But we appreciate every single one of y'all. And I don't know, Q, are we gonna do?
I'm waiting.
Or are we gonna come? Or are we just gonna call it?
We might call it, folks. Just be on the lookout on both our Twitter profiles. It is the holiday week, and we do have family that we need to connect in love with, and we need to love ourselves as well. So take that for what you will. Yeah, I just went there. But yeah, keep a lookout onto our profiles to see if we're going to do a show on Wednesday or Thursday. I need to get Ronan's schedule as well to see how he's doing it. All right, Reese's Puff Bowl, we are about to close. Look at that. Look at that sus. Look at that sus face, dude.
Yeah,
as he just plunges sugar into your fucking bowl.
he covers his eyes so you can't tell how evil he really is.
It's true. That guy's stoned as shit. 100% stoned on the job.
Why does being stoned make him evil?
You said evil. I just think he's stoned.
I feel like he'd be less evil if he was stoned.
Probably. I just think he's wearing sunglasses. Maybe he looks a little stoned. Okay, I'm closing it. Here we go. GIF, the people were not with you this time. Unfortunately, we had 87% come through with Reese's Puff cereal at A and not S. We had 12% of the vote come through for S. That's look, I'm not gonna. I made out on this because we got Life cereal moved down, and then y'all voted Reese's Puff back down to A. So I actually feel like I made a really good trade here. Lucky Charms at S, I can agree with. I can agree with that GIF. So I'm okay with this. I like this.
I like it. We'll tweet it out. Everybody, let Hugh know why all of his decisions are poor.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to go on Twitter and tell Nifty Q that he's wrong.
I'm downloading it right now. I'm posting the tweet. Y'all can let us know what you want to do in the comments, but we're going to come back another day. Rate My Bags is probably the coolest thing.
We upended the vote. There was an initial vote for Lucky Charms. You're right. We did forget. We forgot all about it.
Lucky Charms are at S tier. What do you want? What do you want from me?
Exactly. Yeah, that's where it belongs.
You want to recount?
No, it's where it always should have been.
Stop the vote. Did you see the Mexican Poland game? Mexico Poland game?
No, I haven't been watching World Cup other than the U.S. game yesterday.
It ended in a tie, but Lewandowski had a penalty shot that was blocked by Ochoa.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap. Viva la Mexico. All right, OVOT. CD Lamb going to feast. I'm getting some CD Lamb love. That's how you know. Cowboys all day, baby. Let's go. We're having ourselves a good time. I'm having myself a great Thanksgiving, and we hope you do too. If we don't catch you guys again before the Christmas holidays, I just want to say happy Thanksgiving and thank you guys for supporting us. I know it's a tough time out there, but we're going to continue doing these things, and we're going to continue giving the hard-hitting news that is Rate My Cereal. And we'll do that every fucking day of the week. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Our Vibe, Our Tribe. Gifted, I'll let you take us out, man. And we will play. I wish I had the Power Rangers music, but I just don't have it. That's unfortunate.
I mean, you can pull it up on YouTube. I can pull it up, probably. Yeah, no, we appreciate it, all y'all, man. It's rough out there right now. And, make sure that you're taking care of yourself and your mental health first, because you cannot pour from an empty cup, and that's important. A lot of you want to be doing more for the people around you. You want to stay strong. You want to stay good and be able to help those around you. You cannot do it if you don't help yourself first. And I feel like a lot of times we get caught up, trying to do too many things around us, and we let go of ourselves, and we don't focus enough energy back onto ourselves. But that's where it all starts from. Everything that you accomplish, everything that you can do comes from your own well-being in the first place, right? So just remember that. Take care of yourself, rest, rejuvenate, spend family time, do what you got to do to make sure that you can keep showing up for others and be in the space for the long term. It's a marathon, not a sprint. and we appreciate all of y'all that, you know, contribute, and, you know, as we find our way to keep surviving and going through all this. But yeah, man, let me see if I can actually get this.
The only thing I don't want to happen is they flag the YouTube video and like take it down if we play some copyrighted content there.
They will. All right. Well,
Yeah. I wish we could. My bad.
Shout out to the Green Ranger. All right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you guys for tuning in. I've been Nifty Q. This has been Gifted, who apparently loves and stands for Cinnamon Life cereal. So if that's not something that you've learned, if that's not alpha, I don't know where else you find it. So we appreciate you tuning in today. Our vibe, our tribe. See y'all next time.
So you're telling me that FTX was just a big fuckfest? Caroline and SBF having sex on those goddamn beanbags? Picture that in your mind! That is disgusting! Imagine